What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the second game of the Aurum 2v2 CWB tournament quarterfinals between me and Esra and the GOTW 1 team, Beach and Leibod. This is the second game of the series, so we picked the first matchup, and we picked... What did we pick? I think we picked... No, wait, did they pick the first matchup? Dude, I don't even know. I guess we picked Scythia Mastodon. I'm gonna say we picked Sky... Yeah, we picked Scythia Mastodon. But the theory being that if they pick Chariot factions, I'll play the Chariot factions, but if not, I'll play Scythia. If they pick Macedon, if they pick Macedon, Esra would go, if they pick Scythia, sorry, then Esra would go Macedon, and I would pick whatever faction they pick from the matchup. But okay, so we have Scythia and Macedon here, Scythia and Brits, sorry, because they picked Selly Brits, and I was pretty sure that Brits is going to be very, very good in this kind of battle. I saw what they were doing though. They wanted to bait us into picking Brits so they would have two pike factions and they could kind of rush aggressively. But I was fine with that. Ezra was fine with that. Obviously, we said, yeah, we'll just skirmish. I'll get my beastly warlord chariots everywhere and just stop them from rushing. Also, Ezra has long range archers, 4 of them, so he can shoot down those chariots and flame them. And if I told him if you flame like 1 to 2 chariots without me having to use my warlords on them, then those warlords would just become basically invincible. And I also told Ezra that he could play with GG plus 1 maidens here, and the maidens can just pick off isolated pikes, which will help me. I have 6 head holders though to deal with any boxes in the late game. So my army is 2 light chariots with gold attack, 6 warlords, 6 head hurlers, GG plus 1, and 6 slingers with GG plus 1 or GG plus 2 upgrades, depending. Ezra also sends me 2 long range archers to deal with chariots that cross, and also help me in the archer war, since Macedon will have more archers and archers against slingers. So Ezra's going to help me out with that. He has 4 chosen archer warbands with gold attack, 6 gold. I guess he has 1 gold silver archer, or maybe all gold silver. But you're all. He has gold silver archers. He has GG plus 1 maidens, 6 of them, 1 peasant, and 2 Scythian horse archers, which have gold attack. Let's get to the deployment phase is done. My head rollers are far back because if they rush, I don't want them to be called up in this. I want them to have to run a long ways before they get to the head rollers, because then when I run backwards, they will be basically fresh when the enemy units are not fresh. That's kind of the idea. And we also deployed a little back in case Sally tries to rush Scythia. I'll be able to send my chariots over there before that happens. Alright, so here are the armies for Beach and Leibod. Here is Beach with Macedon. He has 6 pikemen, again, yeah, pretty expected, but they don't have upgrades, so they're going to be pretty easy to kill. He then has 4 companion cavalry, and he has 4 Greek cav. Oh no, maybe he has 3. He has 3 Greek cav and 5 companions, and 6 regular archers. With gold probably. His cav is, I think, all GG actually. So interesting army with 6 royals with no upgrades. Still managed to get a pretty decent amount of good cavalry, which is nice. But the maidens will be far superior. You can see we also had this plan, me and Ezra, to send maidens to both sides, so that no matter where they push, we can pick off these pikemen. Because my chariots really can't do that. Then for Leibod here, with Seleucids, he has 2, 4, 5 pikes with decent upgrades. It's like silver, or gold, silver upgrades. Maybe silver, gold. He has 6 side chariots, of course, necessary here against my warlords. And he has 2 Greek cavalry and 6 archers, which I think are all gold. Gold should be. He also has this militia hoplite out here, probably defend against AJ. My light chariots immediately are going to go behind here. They start picking off on this pikeman. Again, any shots that hit here are pretty much going to kill because they're unupgraded. And also on these companions and Greek cav in tight. But he's rushing forward here and pressuring my slingers. Normal stuff. My head rollers are still back here. I'm not trying to commit them too early. But also I'm going to start moving these slingers to the flank because, again, it's not going to be easy to pressure this direction for Macedon here. Also, Leibod's kept all of his chariots back here, which is interesting, since there's basically no chariot pressure on this flank. It will mean that rushing will be hard because any pikes will just get molested by these maidens. They will do great damage. My slingers are just trying to stay in the fight. I mean, it's really hard for them to do anything against these archers, especially with these pikes pushed up. And he's doing a good job with the Greek cav just pressuring. Here he chased out an archer. I was kind of slow to respond, so he actually might get a few kills on these chosen archers, but he decides to probably Here he sends out a Greek cav. Probably should be in loose if you're going to chase down these forces like that. And my warlords probably should be a little closer to these slingers so that they can't get pushed. Again, 2 slingers here pushing on the flank, getting nice flank shots again on the unshielded side of these royal pikemen, and that's going to be super helpful. And again, you want to make them have to push in as many directions as possible. It will make the rush very much harder, especially with this pike rush. If we were condensed in the center, just run forward everywhere, you know? And we can't really fight anything with these pikes. And they could just combo rush us, and it would still be possible because the pikes would get tired, but it would just be much harder. Here I spread out my heads a bit more. I probably should have put some on the flank, and this slinger is trying to shoot this companion, so we got really close to this pikeman. My light chariots are doing a good job, and they're not going into contaminating circles, so they're not getting very tired, which is super useful. My slingers in the center are getting destroyed by these archers. The archers are way better, and these guys are running back and forth, and Esra's 2 archers that he sent me are also getting destroyed, so that's not good. But these blobbed archers are going to get shot up pretty easily. I'm also targeting them with my slinger unit, I think. Let's see. Yeah, I am, because this is a blob and thick archer unit, so I'm just targeting with my slingers to kill as many archers as possible. Here, I accidentally let my guard down, and he gets a nice Greek cav charge in here. He's going to kill 3 units of archers and slingers. Very useful, and will really make the archer war not so good for us. But we do have these force archers behind. I'm not sure what Ezra's shooting. He's going to kill this militia hoplite, I guess. 3 kills. But maybe he should save some ammo. Here I'm not shooting in the flank of these cavalry. It's fine. Again, we're not too concerned about shooting pikes with our slingers and archers yet, because I do have 6 head hurlers, and they'll molest any cav. Here the maidens got a little aggressive, probably. You don't want to go for those charges with the maidens. They're so light. They're susceptible to just routing randomly. They are GG +1 though. Here I'm shifting my head rollers and this chariot over to this flank, because look at this pike repositioning. They're just condensing, which is fine. Probably smart, in fact, because they're winning the archer war pretty decisively, honestly. Here the chariots, Ezra's gen got really committed here, but he just pulled it out. But the problem is, once they're committed here, there's no archers to stop these chariots, so I have to try to bring my chariot here, and maybe Ezra should have gone this way. I don't think he wanted to go into my head hurlers so that they would die. Did they throw heads? They tried. They kind of get in. But yeah, there's pikes around, so I can't really do much. Thankfully, these pikes are so low that, look, I can just run through them. And here again, see, these chariots kind of destroying these maidens. There's nothing I can really do about it. These are light chariots, they're not going to commit. So, that's unfortunate. I do get my warlord around the flank and finally going to get into this chariot. Here I did kill all the militia cav here with my chariots, so nice. There's also a side chariot in here. So 2 side chariots in fact, so I'm going to get my general in here and just clean up this fight. A bit risky with all these side chariots around for my gen to go in, but he was the only chariot around. I didn't want to lose all these head hurlers, so there's nothing else I could really do. These cav are going to get kind of isolated here. I'm going to have chariots nearby, and Ezra's cav cleans up these maidens. These royal pikes are now a target, and Ezra does a really nice job of getting in here with his maidens. Look how far away these units are from the action, so they can be easily protected by 3 chariots, while Ezra's maidens just wrap all these pikemen. My general did die in this mess. It's unfortunate. I mean, you can see the general's at 14 men, so it's not like the unit got completely molested by these chariots, but that's what it is. And this militia cav is going to get chased down and destroyed. These head holders refuse to rout, which is nice. And now look at these massive kills from Ezra, just destroying all these pikemen, no problem. They have nothing against maidens that have 1 XP especially. Over here I'm just running away. Again, head holders are tough to use against chasing units because they have such low range, but these guys break. This pike is alone, and Ezra will come clean it up for me. I get my chariot into these Greek cav. They couldn't really escape. They were winded already, and my chariots could just hunt them down. So they do try to get this head holder, but don't actually rout it in the end, and my chariot saves it, so that's nice. Over here, my light chariots are actually getting molested by this fucking routing chariot, which is annoying. But they have been off fire at will, so they're just chilling. They're warmed up, not even tired. Or you can see Ezra's are winded, so he's resting them too, which is nice. I think he's shooting these chariots, sure. Too bad they don't have flaming arrows, but you see Ezra remains with 4 archers and all of my slingers. I think I have 4 slingers and 6 head hurlers left, so really good amount of units remaining for me. So yeah, that's 3 head hurlers. I'm just trying to rest them when possible. I think we have 4 slingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 slingers here. With good ammo. So now I'm just resting everything. You see, halting my head hurlers. They do have a good amount of archers though. They have 3 and probably 6 for solutions. So that's going to be annoying. It's going to be tough to kill. a lot of archers, and you know, if the archers live, then my head killers can't really do too much damage. And he still has 3 chariots and all of his companion cavalry, all 5 of them in fact. But Esra does have a good amount of maidens left. He did lose some maidens, but in a very worthy cause. The only place that he kind of lost maidens was to these chariots, and that was sort of my bad, since they were, I mean, his general maybe not because it charged so far in, but I couldn't really protect it with my chariots very effectively. Bringing my warlords back and just resting them, they are winded. Again, I'm walking my head killers, they're not actually that tired, none of them are winded or anything. Actually, this one is. So I'm just walking them closer. I don't want to be too far away from the action because it'll allow them to push very effectively. Here these maidens are forced to just sacrifice themselves. Maybe it was I was kind of far away. You can see all these chariots should be way closer. But I send in my men. I'm going to get a lot of kills here, so it's not too bad. I'll route this chariot, first of all. Well, I didn't route it, but it will route here when we get some flaming arrows. And I do lose these chariots, actually. They kind of are cowards. I ran away. But it's fine. I still have 1, 2, 3, 4 warlords at least. Yeah, 4 healthy warlords, completely healthy. And then these guys will come back from routing, so that's fine. Chariot runs amok, and that's the last chariot for the GOTW boys. They have this chariot, and that is the last one after this guy goes amok, which it will. So I come in here, clean it up for my warlords, and this is the situation I was talking about at the beginning of the game that we want. We want no chariots, side chariots up on the field. My warlords are now the dominant force on the entire battlefield. Again, they can't be ran amok, so that's super beneficial. And now it's just a matter of killing these pikes. However, this amok chariot, or this chariot here is not amok yet, and it's gonna maybe do some damage here. My chariots, like I said, came back, so that's like 5 extra chariot men. This chariot runs amok, but in a very bad position. We should have repositioned our archers here, because this chariot just ends up doing so much damage to Esra's archers, which is unfortunate to say the least. Here, also, these side chariots also like mess up my light chariot. It's actually gonna rout this chariot in a sec. I think with the flaming arrows and everything. I was trying to run away, but it routes, and then routes right into his entire army. So I lose the light chariot. Esra has his horse archers here, but they aren't having the most ammo. And these horse archers could be super useful for helping us even out the archer war. I have 4 slingers, Esra has 3 archers. But you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 archers on the field for the silly mace boys. So it's going to be annoying. I think here about we rest, so I'm going to triple a little bit. We ran away with our chariot archers and horse archers, and I'm just resting my slingers here. You can see it's still winded. Fucking red units, dude, they have the worst stamina. But my head rollers are fresh, which is nice. They can't really rush us. But he's coming up to get shots, so I just decided to pull back with everything. Esra has 4 archers here, but again, the side chariot did massive damage. It killed off a lot of my. You can see this general had 3 men before, and now it just has 1. So yeah, we pull back over here. Ezra's fighting on this flank. He still has ammo on his horse archers, I believe, yes. So he's done a good job conserving ammo, especially because he was shooting them with a shot blade at the start. He might have not that much ammo left, but it's useful to have ammo because now we can surround these archers and shoot from every side. You can see I'm bringing my slingers on this flank. I have 2 more slingers here. I'm trying to rest them still, but they do need to get into the action here because Ezra's archers are engaged, and if I just let Ezra's archers die for nothing, it'll be really bad. The only good thing for us is that his archers are very blobbed here, so they will be a little easier to kill, which is useful, obviously. And once we kill the archers, we can just bring our chariots in, surround, bring up the head hurlers, and nice kills from the side chariot, finally doing something for us after it killed so many archers of Ezra's, and a lot of my chariots too. Finally, it's going to kill some enemy units, which is nice. It's gonna run to Ezra's archers though and do even more damage, and yeah, nice beast. It's right into his archers, preventing them from firing as well, which is not good when it knocks them on the ground. But it did kill a lot of Beach's archers and Bog's archers here, and some of the pikemen as well. Now I'm just in tavern here, shooting these archers in the back. 2 slingers shooting this archer. These slingers are shooting this blob. Again, they kind of blobbed up a lot, but they don't have a choice because they can't really protect everything with the pikes. And if they go into loose, like super loose with their pikes, we can easily just pick off the extremity units. So this is good for us. I'm going to double through this archer war. It kind of takes a while, and you can see how much damage these chariots did to these archers. I think they actually routed one, maybe, or it got shot to death. I don't know. My slingers were a bit condensed here, which is not good, so I spread them out like this. But they didn't want to fight there because this archer in front, so I just have to be patient here, wait for these archer kills. And I told Ezra, okay, if they rush, what we're going to do is we're going to kill off all of these archers. First of all, look at the thing, they're very tired, and they're blobbed up. Perfect target to eliminate them. And he only has a few mains left, so it's going to take a good job from Esra to do this. But I do have my chariots nearby, these light chariots, which is making them frightened by chariots, so they will literally instant round. I have my head rollers just waiting here on fire at will, unfortunately, so they're going to kill some of these archers, but they do rout them, so that's kind of useful. My point on having them at fire at will is when they push, I want all my head rollers to just fire like automatically. Here Esra goes for the charge. Winded, but whatever, dude. Well in from these horse archers. He causes a mass rout here, so he doesn't even have to touch most of these archers, killing off these isolated pikemen as well with his remaining maidens. He only has like 2 maidens, but they can do a lot of damage. And now he's routed all of these archers pretty much. Super job from Esra. And now it's pretty much just cleanup time here. We still have to get rid of these pikemen and these cav, and in combination they could maybe take out the head rollers, but they have been resting. So they're pretty decently rested. You can see I'm trying to get some shots here, but the head rollers really need to be in the perfect position to get shots if they're being chased, otherwise they won't really chase. So here I'm going after cav, just pressuring these units when I can. Again, it's hard with all the pikes here, but the good thing is we can force these guys to retreat. Again, they're doing still good damage to my warlords, but when we force them to retreat, my head rollers, you can see getting the heads in finally, and this will do insane damage, of course. But I did lose a chariot, so that's not great, but I still have a light chariot and 1, 2, 3 healthy chariots, which can easily catch these cav. And Ezra's doing a good job. Actually, he has a shit ton of maidens. He has 4 maidens, actually. So I think 2 of his maidens were back here. I didn't see them. But yeah, he has 4 maidens, so now we can just come in and collapse on everything. My chariot's going to provide a fear effect too, so these silver shield pikes will rout, and these other 2 chariots just clean up anything chasing my head rollers. So we can just skip through this pretty much as we clean up the house here, just chasing off any isolated units. These head rollers are really trying their best to shoot their heads, but they're really not able to. It really takes a surrounded army, completely surrounded army, without much cav for the head rollers to be able to do much, otherwise they just get targeted. But Esra comes in with his maidens, cleans up, goes after these pikes, silver shields, routs them, and that's the game. So another really good game. Esra again racking up a really amazing amount of kills. Really nice job with the maidens, doing exactly what we said we should do with the maidens, which is kill any isolated units. I thought that Bod would spread out his chariots more, but he didn't in the end. Maybe he was fearing that if he spreads them out, then we can just pressure everywhere, since our chariots are just better, and the maidens are better, and just kill all the archers, which is maybe a fact. So he kept all his chariots on one side, and that's where all the archers did survive, and they did survive with quite a few archers. It's just that we ended up surrounding them. So yeah, so nice kills from Ezrex. Well, he killed a lot of pikemen and a lot of archers, so that's really what he was there for. And my guys killed some cav, whatever. I had a lot of heads left, which I didn't get to use. Beach and Ball did fine, both of them. No one was slacking. Those Macedonian pikes weren't upgraded, sorry, so they were a big target, and Esra killed them off kind of early. And again, with my light chariots in Beach's rear, they were able to snipe a lot of his archers, so that's sort of why I think he has less kills, whereas Bod's archers survived completely, and his pikes were better upgraded, and he had side chariots, so that was maybe a big advantage for getting more kills. But in the end, I think our factions were probably slightly better, to be honest. Like, I knew why they did it with the pike rush, but we had such a wide formation and so many archers and slingers to kill. It's very difficult, especially with the warlord chariots that can't be amoked, whereas the sides can. Always going to be hard. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Good game to the GOTW boys. We still have more games in the series, so hopefully you watch those. Anyway, see you in the next one, and peace.